Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome again to another series of sharing music, and this is grade 2. So welcome to a grade higher than where we were before. And I'm sure we had a great time in grade 1, and it promises to be more interesting as we go, higher. So I'll go straight into the studies today. I want us to be with our writing materials because it's going to be more practical than just me talking over us. So please, let's get our writing materials, and I want us to engage as much as possible and ask questions as much as possible as well. Because I am aware that this will be the only class for time signature. So all the questions you have to ask now, please ask them so that you move on to the next topic smoothly. Okay, without further ado, I'll share my screen. So I have a combination of, at some points we'll have to use a whiteboard if need be. And then I have my slides, and I also have some pictures. Some of them I couldn't, represent on the PowerPoint. So I have some pictures for us to walk through. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Can we see my screen? I don't know if it's
Not yet.
how about now? Can we see my screen now? Oh, okay. Okay, so today's topic will be on simple time signature, as we can see here. So we're going to be looking at new time signatures 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, and 3-8. So we'll have a quick review of what we did in our grade 1. So I'm sure we now understand that when we see a time signature, usually at the beginning of the stave, after the clef and the key signature, and then you see it in this format 3-4, as we're taught in the former class. It tells us more about the music we're about to sing. So the lower number, which is 4, tells us that the quality of the beats that will be seen in the music. So that's crochet in a particular bar. And then the top number 3 tells us how many of those beats, so how many of those crochet beats we would count in a particular bar. So that means 3-4 means 3 crochet beats per bar. So whatever way it is represented, it will always sum up to 3 crochet beats in one bar. So, and we should also note, while writing the time signature, there is no slash. While writing it on the stave, we just write it like this for better understanding. But on the stave, it is written one number directly below or above the other without a slash or a line. Okay. So that's what's in grade 1, right? We learned about 2-4, 3-3-4, and then 4-4. So we're going to move on to grade 2. So in grade 2, we have new time signatures. So we have 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, and 3-8. Mind you, all of these are still simple time signatures. Simple time signatures. And because they are numerator, that's the top number, they are either 2, 3, or 4. That's why they are called simple time signatures. Okay, so first we're going to look at 2-2, 3-2, and 4-2 because they all have a common denominator, which is meaning. So we can see that the lower 2 tells us that the quality of the notes in that bar are meaning notes. So 2-2 means count 2 meaning per bar. 2 meanings per bar. 3-2 means count 3 meanings per bar. 4-2 means count 4 meanings per bar. I hope that's clear enough. And then we have 3/8. 3/8 is one that is different, where we have the lower numerator, that's the denominator, is 8, and while the numerator is 3. So that means, 1/8. I'm sure we remember our 8 notes, like we see in this very, just a illustration by the side of this write-up. As we can see, the 8 notes, that's 1/8, is a quiver note. And that means 3/8 would mean 3 quiver beats per bar. So we're going to, this is just the theory part. When we go into the questions, we'll understand it better. So anywhere you see 2/2, it means count 2 minims per bar. If you see 3/2, count 3 minims per bar. If you see 4/2, count 4 minims per bar. If you see 3/8, the 8th note is a quiver note, right? So you count 3 quivers per bar. So this I just want to know that this 2/2, it also has a symbol, just as 4/4 has a symbol. I don't know how many of us remember what's 4/4, another symbol for 4/4. You can use the charts. What's the other symbol for 4/4? You can use the chart so that it is more interactive. Yes, C. So when you see C after the clef and the key signature, you know that that's the time signature for that music is 4/4. While for 2/2, we have a C with a slash. This C for 4/4, this C is also called common time. While for 2/2, the C with a slash, what's it called? Can anybody try? C with a slash, what's another name for it? Can anyone give it a try? So 2/2 is also, you can also represent it as C with a slash. I'm going to show you as we get into the examples. Yes, I've seen Emanuela, thank you. It's also called alabreve. So when you see it in the theory question and you see them use, or maybe it can come up in question and you see another name for 2/2 is called what? You see common time, you see just C, you see alabreve. So you should know that alabreve is also another name for 2/2 time signature. Okay. Do you have any questions so far before we move into the exercises? If you understand what the numerator and denominator represents in time signature, you should know what this means. And when we get into the exercises, you would understand it further. Okay, so I'll go to the next slide. This one is quite straightforward. Some of the examples you will see in grade 2 exams, you see something like complete this sentence. The time signature 2/4 means that there are 2 dash bits in a bar. So when you see something like this, you would quickly look at the number below, right? Because they're asking you, they're already telling you that there are two kinds of bits, but the 4 will tell you what kind of bits is in that bar. So the 2/4, the 4 simply means the crochet bits, right? Or the quarter bits. So that's the answer. The correct answer to this would be 2 crochet bits in a bar. Okay, so from here I would share another screen. Permits me to stop sharing and then share another one. Please, if you have any questions so far, please feel free to drop it in the chat and we'll attend to them as we go along. Okay, so I'll be sharing some questions I would like us to try together to see if we understand what we're teaching. Okay. So can we see another screen? So I'm sharing another one.
No.
No, not yet. Sorry. Sorry, it's quite tricky. Okay. So while I'm trying to share my screen, just keep reflecting on what we've talked about. So we're looking at a new time signature this time, and it is 22, 32, 38, and 42. Okay, so this is, can we see this? Can we see
Yes.
my screen now? Okay, thank you. Okay, so these are like other examples to flesh out what we've talked about so far. So like we said, 2 means 2 minim bits per bar. If you look at this bar, this is minim, right? And this is, what's this sign?
A crochet rest.
A crochet rest. So if you count the whole of this, the first bar, how many minims do we have there? Do you think this bar is complete? So we have the time signature 22, which means 2 minim bits
2.
per bar. So do we think this first bar is complete? Nobody is
Yes.
saying, okay, you're using the chat, okay. Sorry. Okay, yes, it's complete. So why do you say it's complete? Can someone help us? Why do we think it's complete?
Because it's 2 minimum in a bar.
Okay. Someone was saying something. So you said 2 minim bits in a bar, but this is crotchets.
Yeah. If you add the crochet break with the crochet itself, it's 1 minimum plus the minimum, so it's 2 minimum. And the sign
Correct.
signature is 2/2.
Okay, correct. Thank you so much. So this is a crochet, this is a minim, and this is another crochet. So this is 2 minim bits. So a crochet plus a crochet gives a minim bit. So that is 2 minim bits in a bar. Same thing with this. We know that 1 minim is equals to 2 crochets. So when we see 4 crochets in a bar, it means 2, right? It still represents 2 because this plus this is 1 minim, and another crochet, and that means that's 2 minim. And what about the third bar? Is it complete?
Yes.
Okay. It's only Sister Joy that's saying something. How about the rest? Okay, it is complete because this is quiver, but 2 quiver will give us 1 crochet, and when 4 crochets will give us 2 minim. So 2, 2. So that means this whole step is correct. So that applies for the rest of them. But we should also take notes that this can be represented like the second example, 3, 2. So 3 minim bits per bar. The same calculations, right? 1 minim and 1 semi-breve is equals to 3 minim. Right? 1 semi-breve is equals to 2 minim. So that is 3 minim bits in a bar. So the next one, we see 1, 2, 3. 3 minim bits in a bar. The third bar, we have 1 minim, we have another dotted minim, and we have a crochet. So with our knowledge of dotted notes, we know that a dotted minim means a minim plus a crochet. So if we have a dotted minim, that means we have 2 minims in this place and then 2 crochets, which is also equals to 3 minim in this bar. The next bar, that's the fourth bar, is almost the same as the first bar. We have a semi-brief and a minim, which is equals to 3 minim in a bar, in that bar. So the fifth bar, we have another dotted minim. So it's like the third bar. So it's still the same thing. So this is equals to 3 minim. So that we have 2 minim and 2 crochets, which equals to 3 minim. And then the last bar, we have a dotted semi-brief. And we know a dotted semi-brief is equals to 3 minims. So this is the different representation of 3, 2. So moving on to the next one, 4, 2. The same applies. So whether you have notes or you have rests, you have to still count it together when you're representing this time signature in a bar. So we see here the semi-brief, and then what rest is this? Can anybody unmute and tell me what rest is this? You can use the chat as well.
It's semi-brief rest.
This is a semi-brief. Does any other person agree with that? Is this a semi-brief rest? Now, your hand is up. Is that a semi-brief rest? Do we agree that this is a semi-brief rest?
Yes.
Okay. So we have a semi-brief note and a semi-brief rest. And that's equals to how many minims? 4 minims in this bar. Yes, 4 minims in this bar. So a semi-brief note equals to 2 minims. A semi-brief rest equals to 2 minim rest. So everything together is 4 minim in this bar. Same thing with the next one, straightforward, 4 minims in the bar. The next one, we have a semi-brief, we have a crochet, we have 2 quavers, and we have a minim. So if we calculate everything, first of 2 quavers is equals to 1 crochet, and 2 crochets is equals to 1 minim. So we have a semi-brief and 2 minims. And we know that the semi-brief is equals to what? 2 minims. So we have 4 minims in this bar. So if you look at everything, right, there's always it always goes to the time signature. Right. So this last bar, as you can see, is not closed. So that means it's still continuous, right? It just, I mean, from this example, it just stopped here. But since it's not closed, we are sure that there are other notes that would complete 4 minims in this bar because it's not closed. So these ones, the rest of them, I've answered to this time signature. So the last one, 3/8, it means 3 quiver beats per bar. So if we look at this, this, so who can tell me so this particular step is different from the rest, and who can spot out the difference? Because we have 3/8 and the first bar is not complete. So who can tell me why?
Is it because of the 1 beat at the last bar?
Okay, that was very fast. Thank you, Mr. Joy. So whenever you see a stave with an uncompleted time signature at the first bar, look out for the last bar. The last bar always completes the first one if it is incomplete. So this is a quiver. The last bar has a crochet, and we know a crochet is equals to 2 quavers. So that completes that bit. So that's equals to 3 quiver in a bar. So this first bar and the last bar is equals to 1 bar. So they make up 1 bar. That's 3 quavers in a bar. The next bar, as you can see, is 3 quavers in that bar. The third bar, we can see that we have 4 semi-quavers. which is equals to 2 quiver, and then the last quiver, which is equals to 3 quivers in the bar. Same thing with the fourth bar, or the fourth bar. So these are some of the examples that you will be seeing in your exam. So the question can come in any form, right? You can be asked to you can be given a stave with musical notes on them without bars, and be asked to fit in the bars at the right position, at the correct position. So if you are given this stave without these bars in between, and you are given the time signature, you'll be asked to, to fit in the bars where appropriate. So you can get a question like that. You can also get another question where, the notes are written randomly, and you're probably asked to maybe group them together, group them together in the stave to agree with the time signature that is there. Or you can be given an empty a stave with notes without a time signature, and be asked what time signature. So we're going to be looking at some of those questions. If it permits me, I would stop sharing again and share another one. Okay, so we'll go into some classwork now so that I would see if we are getting it. Okay, thank you so much so far for those that understood. Please, if you have any question, please feel free to raise your hand or unmute or use the chat. Okay, so can we see my screen again?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is classwork. As you can see, is like a sample paper from 2020. This is a time signature question. So can we attempt 1.1? I'll give us maybe 2 minutes. So if you got your answer, just put it on the chat for A, B, and C. I cannot, can I see the chats? Okay. So 2 minutes. So multiple, we are doing 1.1. So it's like a classwork. What do you think the answer to 1.1A, B, and C? What's the answer? Just put it on the chat. So you can put
Okay.
A equals that, B equals the time signature, and C equals time signature. And let's see.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't see it properly.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, I've just seen only one answer. Thank you. What's the numbers? You've not answered the C part. What's C? Okay, thank you, Manela. I mean, I expect all of us to answer. We're not so many in this class, so I would expect everyone to attempt the question. So I'm waiting on Naomi, Moduper. I thought I had Idalia on this call. Okay. Moduper and Naomi. Okay, because of our time, I will go on to us to try it. So that was a very good attempt, Joy and Emanuela. So they both got A and B. Yes, so A is 3-8, B is 4-2, and C is 3-4. So well done, Naomi. That was a good attempt as well. So from there we can see I hope you can still see my screen though.
I have a question. Why is C3-4? Because I can see three quavers in the middle.
Okay, thank you for that question. So I don't know if you remember the grouping of notes class. I don't know if this was pointed out, but anytime you see three quavers with three, just the way it's written like this, it's this whole how would I call it? This display is equals to 2 of this value. So instead of 3, is equals to 2 of this. So it is sung as, I don't know if it's sung as 2, but it represents 2 of this. So if you see 3 quavers linked together and with a 3 underneath, it is sung as 2 quavers instead of 3. Do you
Okay.
understand that?
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's why it's 3-4. So it's equals to, and then we know that 2 quavers equals to 1 crochet. So this is 1 crochet. This 3 is 1 crochet. So thank you for that attempt. I mean, I don't want to go right again, but since we've got it, that was really good. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Do we have any question with that? So that we're not faster than others. Okay, so I would go to the next. I mean, I have the correction here and I could send it to us. So like I said, this is equals to 1 purchase, right? And then for the rest, you got everything correct. So we'll just move on to the next of our time. So this is the next one. Please let us attempt this as well. So here the question is add the one missing bar line to each of these 5 melodies. So if you look at all of these steps, so there is one for each of them, there is one missing bar line. So where would that bar line be? That's the question. So using this this time signature, where would you put a bar line? So let's also give that an attempt. We're doing very well. Well done. So for this, you can just use the chart, and for A, you can say after the maybe third notes or fourth notes, I would understand, instead of drawing everything because of our time. Okay, 2 more minutes. Let me give you another a bit of time. So let's say 3 more minutes. So don't rush. Do your calculations well and make sure you understand it as well. So multiplier, I've seen your answers, but I want you to take your time and look at it again. I mean, these are practical questions that you would see in the exam. So take your time and look at it. Remember, you need to have the values of these notes, very, very handy at the back of your mind so that you don't mix them up. Okay. This is a good attempt by Sister Joy. Okay. Wait for the rest. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma.
The script.
Sorry?
Don't worry, I've seen it.
Okay. Okay, are we good to go? Okay, Naomi. Okay. So let's go through it together because of our time. Thank you. Thank you, Naomi. That was a good attempt. So can we go through it together? So, I don't know if I can use like a marker or something. Okay, let's just go through it together. So I'll be explaining as we go. So, because of our time, really. So it says add the one missing bar line to each of these 5 melodies. So the time signature there is 3-2. So the first thing that's at your mind is 3 meaning in a bar or 6 crochets in a bar. It's still the same thing, right? So that you don't get yourself confused while trying to calculate or trying to add it up to get the meaning. So you can just have it at the back of your mind that this 3-2 means 3 meaning in a bar or 6 crochets in a bar. So the first note there is a dotted meaning. That's equals to 3 crochets, right? Okay, let's stick with meaning for the first bar. So the first bar is the first note, sorry, is a dotted meaning. And then you have a crochet and you have another meaning, right? So 3 meaning would be the dotted meaning, the crochet, and another meaning. That's 3 meaning. So your bar will come after the third notes. So you have a bar, after the third notes. And then if you calculate the rest of the bar, we have 1 meaning, we have 4 quavers, and we know 4 quavers, 4 quavers is equals to how many crochets? Hello, are we still here?
Yes.
Okay, so we are still okay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to do the correction, everyone, because of our time. So we have, so it says 3 meaning in a bar. So if we place our bar line after the the third notes, do we have a complete bar for the second one? Do we have a complete note for the second bar?
Femina, can you use your marker to put, because we are recording this so that anybody watching it after now can pick up where the bar line is. You should be able to pick a marker from that.
Okay, so I'm trying to, okay, so is it from the
edit. There should be an edit button. If you click on those 3 dots, Let's see what those 3 dots will give you. No, actually, the first one, the first.
The first one.
No, where you have those series of functions on top of this screen. Your screen. I'm just looking at your screen where you have something like a basket, a something. The first one.
I'm
The
not sure.
first one.
Yeah.
Do you see the basket I'm talking about on top?
No.
No.
No, I
No.
cannot see. I cannot see that.
Yeah, the first one. Go to the first.
So the first thing I'm seeing here is either to mute or unmute, then video
No.
participation.
I'm not talking of the screen. I'm talking of your own screen.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So there is no. Don't minimize.
Oh, okay.
In that line where you have minimization, go to your left. You will see other functional buttons. No, not you're going to. I think you're going to the right of that. I don't know. It's on my screen. You will see other like 3 dots.
Oh, okay. I see.
The
Okay, so this was
first.
actually covering it. Okay.
Yeah. So not the first. No. Go to
No,
the
the
first one.
first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's taking me to edit.
Yeah. So you should be able to draw a line. You should be able to have something to draw the line. Yeah. You need to have you can increase the boldness by going to magnify it. No, where you have just go to the left again. Sorry. No.
Okay, this way.
Yeah. Just make
Okay.
it. Okay, make it more repeat. Okay, come on. All right, now let's get look at the markup.
So this markup, right?
Yes, I guess that should give you a place to draw a line.
Okay.
Try.
So let's see. Okay, right. Okay, so sorry about the line, but this is where this is a dotted meaning. And then that's 1.5 plus crochet, that is 2, plus another meaning, that is 3. So this bar is complete. So I was asking, I've looking at this bar, is this one complete as well?
Yes.
Yes, so we have 1 meaning, we have 4 quivers, that's equals to 2 crochets, and then we have 2 crochets, and that makes 2 meaning. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so moving on to B. So this is crochet, dotted crochet, semi quiver, dotted quiver, semi quiver, and a crochet, and then we have a rest here. So for each of these, make sure you're counting the notes and the rests. So don't leave out this rest, because it also adds up to this time signature. So the time signature here is 2-2. So we're looking out for 2 meaning beats in a bar. So sorry. I hope we can still see. Okay, so okay. So for the B parts, I don't know if I'm still with the marker. Okay, so for the B parts, we see that we have. Can we still see my screen? Because I cannot see the marker. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so for the B, we have so 2-2. We are looking at 2 meaning in a bar, and we're also looking at 4. You can also say 4 crochets in a bar. So yeah, we have 1 crochet, a dotted quiver, and a semi quiver, which is equals to a crochet, right? And then we have another crochet here. We have a quiver rest, right? And another quiver note. So if you calculate it, the first note is crochet on its own. The next 2 notes equals to 1 crochet, right? The next note is another crochet. The rest and the quiver note is another crochet. That's making it 4 crochets. So have it in mind that when you have 2-2, it's either you have it in mind that it's 2 meaning in a bar or 4 crochets in a bar. So once you get your 4 crochets, you don't need to calculate if it is up to 2 meaning. Just put a bar line after the 4th crochet. And then when you count the remaining one, it would equals to that to 4 crochets. And if you calculate it, it's still going to be 2, 2. Do you understand? So our bar line will be here. Do you understand this one?
Yes.
Okay. So the next one, we remember this, what I said about this note. So this one is equals to 1 crochet, right? So this one is equals to 1 crochet. Sorry about the, okay. So this is a quiver, the semi-quiver. So this 2 is already 1 crochet. The third note there is a crochet. This is a crochet, and so the time signature there is 3, 4. So that is 3 crochet beads in a bar. So if this is 1 crochet, this is 2, and this is 3. So your bar line would be here. If you count the remaining one, it's still 3. So this is 1.5 plus half plus 1, and that's 3 crochets. So the next one, 2, 4, it means 2 crochet beads in a bar. So we know that the first one here, excuse me, the first one here is 2 quiver. This is the third quiver. So 2 quivers is equals to 1 crochet, right? So this is another quiver, dotted quiver. So this is like 1.5 quiver plus another one. And this is 1 crochet again. So your bar line would be here. Do you understand? Please, if you don't understand, you can stop me and ask a question. So if you count the rest, is equals to 2 crochets. Right? I hope you understand to this point. And then the last one, we said when we see, just see what's this time signature here? Hello? What's this
4,
time?
4.
4, 4. So 4, 4. What we know so far. So 4, 4 means 4 crochets in a bar. So this is 1.5. This is another crochet. This is another crochet, right? So sorry, these 2. So remember this one, these 2, this 3 is equals to 2 quivers, and which is equals to 1 crochet. But this one is semi-quiver. So this one is equals to 2 semi-quivers, which is equals to 1 quiver. Do you understand? So any note you see is just with these 3 on it, or tied, beamed together, and it has a 3 either on top of it or below, like this one. Just count it as 2 of whatever note is there. So this is a semi-quiver, so it's equals to 2 semi-quivers, which is equals to 1 quiver. So 1.5 crochets plus 1 quiver is equals to 2 crochets. So this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So this is where your bar line would be. So we have another 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the answer to this question. Do we understand, or do we have any question? So if you see an equation like this in the exam, just take your time to really count. So if you see 3, 2, it means 3 mini bar. It also means 6 crochets in a bar, right? It's still the same thing as 3, 2. If you see 2, 2, it means 2 mini bar or 4 crochets in a bar. 3, 4 is 3 crochets in a bar. 2, 4, 2 crochets in a bar. And then the C is 4, 4. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Okay, so let's go on to the next. I mean, with time signatures, the more you do these exercises, the more you get a real grasp on what it's all about. So this one is like 3 questions. So time is fast spent, but I would I will leave you with this assignment. So look at it. Here it says tick one box to show which bar is grouped correctly. So tick one box to show which bar is grouped correctly. So one thing you need to know about this first question is that when you're given a time signature, like 4/4, so you must make sure that when you're counting, like the first bar here, let me take it back. Yeah.
Miriam, you can skip those ones because they are grouping of notes. I'll do them. I think that's what I'm supposed to take next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
those are note groupings.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Let's see the next one. Okay, so while we summarize, I just want us to see. I think this also would fall under groupings, but we just need to know the meaning of 3/8. The different time signatures. That's very, very important. Like the exercise we did, and where we had to put them in bars. You just need to know how to put them, their values and what they stand for when you see them in a musical piece. So that when you're counting, like the one we saw in the previous examples where the first bar was incomplete and then we had to look at the last bar to make sure that the whole stave is complete. So you need to know when you see it on musical pieces and you see 3/2, if you count it, they're always complete. They're always complete. So when you see them represented like this, you'd be able to, you take your time to count them, that you get the time signatures right. I mean, I have other examples that has to do with groupings. So like this one, you would see this is, like we said, 2/2, 2 meaning in a bar. So if you see how this is represented, you see the two steps. So the first one, you see that, okay, let's start with the one that is not correct. You see that this crotchet. I mean, you won't see any musical piece where you have 3 crochets following themselves. You always see them represented with semi-brief and then the crochet. So I think this also falls under groupings as well. Okay, like this one, write the correct number bits in each of the following bar. So we see the example that is given here, 3/8. You've seen how they represented 3/8. So it's being together. So this is 3 quavers in a bar and 3 quavers. The same thing as 4/4. So if we were to write 2/2, it would be 2 meaning in a bar, 2 meaning in a bar. If we were to write 2/4, it would be 2 crochets in a bar. So like that. So this is 3. So 3/2. If you see, this one is also, 3/2. It was represented with a semi-brief. So this is also 3 meaning in a bar, a dotted semi-brief, because the value of a semi-brief, so semi-brief is equals to 2 meanings. So when you have a dotted semi-brief, that's 3 meanings. So you can also represent it like this. So 3/4, 3 crochet bit, and then 3/8, like that. Okay, so this one, it shows the same thing we talked about, 2/2, but 4/4. So you might see this sign in the exam and you're asked to write out the notes. So you should also remember that this also stands for 2/2. Sorry, I'm not using the marker anymore. So you should know that that sign that has a C and a slash, it means 2/2. So this one is also called ABRSM. So this is, when you see this on a musical piece, it means the time signature there is 2/2, 2 meaning in a bar, 2 meaning beats in a bar, and then C, that's 4/4. So 4 crochet beats in a bar. Okay. So this is another exercise, and I want us to screen. So you can take a screenshot of this as your assignment and write it out and send it to me. So it says fill the colored boxes with correctly grouped notes to complete the bar. So just complete the bar, even if it's not grouped properly. We'll have another class on grouping this note. So just complete the bar. So take a screenshot of this and we'll use that as an assignment. Have you not done that? This is the end. This is the last slide. Have you all taken screenshots of this? Can I see our responses again? You can put on the chat if you've taken a screenshot of this.
I'm taking.
Thank you. Because I want to stop sharing my screen. Okay. Okay, so do we have any question so far? So I encourage us to do as many exercises as possible so that we get used to those different time signatures. Like I said, all of the ones you've learned so far, I mean, with the one from grade 1 that had 3-4, 4-4, 2-4, all of those ones are still simple time signatures. And this one we've learned today, 3-2, 4-2, 3-8, they're all simple time signatures. Okay, so I'll be expecting our assignments. So thank you very much for joining this class. I would say we go back to our note values and their bits and get used to them very well, and then try some questions as well, like we did today, so that I would get used to those time signatures. You can even pick up some musical pieces and see if you can count the beats in each of the bars correctly. So thank you very much for your time and for listening. I'm open to take questions, and if not, I would see you in the next class. Thank you.